Next lesson is lesson 3.4. We're going to do two-step equation word problems, and we're going to be in your notes packet on pages 8 and 9. So we're going to start off with example number 1, and just a quick reminder to you for two-step word problems, when we're solving those, we undo addition and subtraction first, and then we go back and undo multiplication and division. So that's going to be our process. So when we look for two-step equation word problems, these word problems could essentially be solved backwards. And typically if you're solving backwards, you would take a number, add or subtract a number from it, and then you would multiply or divide. But we're going to actually be writing equations and solving them today. So inside these equations, we're going to look for which part of the equation is going to have a number that's going to have to go with the variable, which one's going to have a plain number, and then which one's going to be our equals number. Those are going to be the things we're looking for today. So for example 1, Sam bought 2 hot dogs and a souvenir cup soda at the Phillies game. The souvenir cup soda was $7, and he remembers his total was $16.50. His friend wants to go buy a hot dog, but doesn't know if he has enough money. How much was each hot dog? So the hot dog is what we are looking for in terms of price-wise here. And we know that Sam bought 2 hot dogs, but we don't know the cost of them. So that 2 is what's going to get our X. And plus, he also bought the souvenir cup, and that cost $7. His equal number is his total here. So our equals number here is $16.50. So we're going to go ahead. We have our two-step equation. We'll subtract the 7, and we're going to end up with 2x is equal to $9.50. And then to go ahead and figure out the cost per hot dog, we're going to go ahead and divide by 2. And those will cancel out. So the cost of a hot dog was $4.75 for a hot dog. In example number 2, this one's going to be a little bit different. So Aaliyah had $24 and she bought 7 pencils. So if we have this much money and we're buying pencils, we're going to be subtracting away our money. We're buying 7 pencils. So I wonder how much the pencils cost. After buying them, she had $10. How much did each pencil cost? Okay, well, that's what we're trying to figure out. So this 7 is what's going to get our X because we don't know what the cost of each pencil is. So we start off with 24. She buys the 7 pencils. And after that buying them, she had $10. So we have equals 10 right here. This is one of our rule buster problems. So we're going to subtract that 24 at the front there. And we get negative 7x. 10 and a negative 24 would give us a negative 14. We're going to go ahead and divide by negative 7 here. And that tells me x equals 2. So x represented the cost of a pencil because she bought 7 of them. So we have $2 per pencil is our answer. And these are word problems, so we do have to have our word labels. Example number 3. Frank paid the local dog groomer $27 to get his dog an $18 dog bath and 3 additional services. So 27 is his equals numbers because that's his total. So he got his dog an $18 dog bath and 3 additional services, but we don't know the cost of the service. So I'm guessing that we're trying to figure out what we're trying to do for services. So we have $18 dog bath and 3 additional services, and that cost him $27 total. So if we subtract 18 from both sides, we want to go ahead and do 3x equals 9. So we're going to divide by 3 on both sides, and we get x equals 3. So it was $3 per service. And it looks like there's a follow-up question here. Ashlyn paid $18 for a dog bath. Okay, so that was the same, and $2.50 each for 3 additional services for her dog. So who got the better deal? So in other words, who paid less for the additional services then? I'm going to have you go ahead and answer that one. Was it Frank or Ashlyn? Well, since Frank paid $3 for service, Ashlyn got the better deal because she was only paying $2.50 per service. All right, example number 4. How old am I if 400 reduced by 2 times my age is 144? Is a keyword that we have an equal sign here. And reduced would signal what operation? Well, if you went with subtraction, that would be correct. And then 2 times my age. We don't know how old they are, so we're going to put that as our 2x. So our equation is 400 minus the 2x is equal to 244. I'm going to have you go ahead and solve this one and tell me with a label, what is my age? All right, so first step would be to subtract that 400. So subtracting 400, we're going to get negative 2x equals negative 156. And divide by negative 2 on both sides. So we get x equals 78 years old. All right, example number 5. So for a field trip, we have 4 students rode in a van and the rest filled 9 buses. How many students were in each bus if 472 students were on the trip? Now have you go ahead, take a minute, look at the multiple choice that are going to pop up here, and I want you to pick which equation is best going to match this scenario. So best equation for this, 4 students rode in a van, plus the rest filled 9 buses for a total of 472 students. Go ahead, subtract the 4 that's there. We get 9x equals 468. Divide through by 9. And x is going to equal 52 students per bus. All right. And example number 6. Chuck jogged the same distance on Tuesday and Friday and also jogged 8 miles on Sunday for a total tells me that's my equals number of 20 for the week. So Tuesday and Friday both had the same number, so we could just figure out, we could call that 2x, because if they jogged x on Tuesday, x on Friday, that would just be 2x. So we could say 2x plus 8 equals 20 miles to figure out what each day he jogged. I'm going to have you go ahead and solve this 2-step equation. So if we go ahead and subtract the 8 on both sides, we get 2x equals 12. Divide by 2, and we get x equals 6 miles on Tuesday. So he also would have jogged 6 miles then on Friday as well, and then the 8 miles on Sunday for that total of 12. All right, that is it for today's lesson then.